Alrighty, we are out here on the range. Target is at 100 yards. Those orange dots you see on the target are 1/2 inch. This is my 24-inch Seekins Havoc hit 1 and 8 twist, 6mm Creedmoor, loophole Mark 5, 7 to 35. We are shooting 3 different bullets, all with the same load of Staball 6.5 at 40.5 grains. And I did throw all these through a powder measure. We are fire forming, so I wasn't too concerned about having everything just exact. I just need to fire form some brass here, and so I wanted to get an idea of how each one of these rounds is going to shoot. Start out with the 105 boat tail. This is using our 6.5 Creedmoor brass that I did size down to 6 Creedmoor. So again, just trying to get some loads fire formed here, just trying to get some brass fire formed here, and get an idea of how a couple different bullets are going to shoot. Not expecting anything too amazing here, but it is a nice day to shoot, minimal wind, and we will just go ahead and see how they shoot. 105 boat tail hollow point from Hornady first. All of these are loaded 20 thou off the land. Alright, so we had a severe hang fire there. So not a good start here. Severe hang fire. See if that's going to happen here. They're not super light loads of Staball, so kind of a little weird. Okay, so that one did the same thing. So okay, I really don't want to shoot these, but I do want to fire form this brass, so against my better judgment, I'm going to go ahead and shoot the other ones. Interestingly, it looks like they grouped in the same hole. Okay, and our velocity's all over the place here. Alright, so don't follow my lead there, and do not shoot rounds that are hang firing. It's not a safe thing to do. Obviously, I made the decision there. It was either going to pull these and then have to shoot them again, or just kind of hope and pray we don't blow up with the hang fires we were having there. Interestingly enough, our group's actually pretty darn good, so that tells me that the 105s are probably going to shoot good, because again, we hang fired every single one of those there. Now, velocity average was pretty bad. We had 28.08 average, but we had a 21 SD. Obviously, there's bad things happening with ignition on that load, so we'll cross that one off the list. Don't want to use Staball in the 105 with this, and these are 450 primers, so these are Magnum primers, and there wasn't a ton of room left in the case, so kind of surprised that hang fired as bad as it did. Alright, we're going up to the 112 match burner, so hopefully with the bullet seated down a little further in the case, we won't have these problems with hang fires. Okay, didn't notice anything there as far as hang fire goes. Definitely not obvious like the 105 there. I did notice one there though. Yeah, so this is going to be a learning experience. Apparently Staball in this combination is not going to work, because that one there had a pretty bad hang fire too. Again, don't shoot rounds that are hang firing. Pull these loads. Yeah, these are horrible. Yeah, so every one of those pretty much hang fired. So, which those two, the interesting thing here is the group size on the first one held together, even though we had really bad hang fires. But that one there, obviously, groups were terrible. Now, can we blame that on the hang fires? I mean, there is that, you know, when the trigger moves and you're going to move the gun, so. Okay. Now, this is the bullet that we actually used load data for. is the 108 ELD. So I really am not expecting to see Hangfires out of this, because this is the actual load data that we used. Those last 5, yeah, SD was, we had 2815, but SD was 48.3. Again, ignition issues, so obviously we're not going to have consistent velocities. Last load here, hopefully we don't have Hangfires. Was not expecting this. You know, there's not a lot of excess room in this case. We're using Magnum primers, and we did not start at the minimum, especially for like a 112 class bullet. We hang fired that one too. Not terrible, but definitely noticeable. So gonna cross Staball 6.5 off the list. At least unless we were to go up to like maybe a max charge or use large rifle primer brass. So you can still shoot a good group, even though velocities are going to be all over the place. Alright, and last one here. Oh, messed the group up there. I think that one actually didn't really hang fire, and maybe that's what messed things up. Alright, so lessons we learned today. Apparently Staball 6.5 and my gun and the CCI 450 primers is not a good idea. We used 40.5 grains. Again, thought that would be a reasonable enough load where we wouldn't be too low. Obviously that wasn't the case. And I did accomplish what I wanted to accomplish today. I think we got a decent idea that both the 105 and the 108 are probably going to still shoot really well, considering we shot nice groups even with those terrible Hangfires. Average on that last group was 2851 with a 20 SD. So again, velocity's terrible, Hangfires are terrible. We're not going to use Staball 6.5, or at least we're going to have to go up with our charge or go to a different primer or something. But more than likely what I'm going to do is just cross that powder off the list, because I don't want to be on the verge of Hangfires. It's a nice warm day today. I'm shooting, my gun is pretty much level, so I'm not shooting downhill or uphill, so that tells me that we're going to be too close to the verge of Hangfires with Staball 6.5. So I'm going to cross that off the list. Hope you guys learned something today. Let me know if you guys have had issues with this combination in 6 Creedmoor too. 6 Creedmoor is new to me, so it's always fun to get out here and learn something. And I think that first group that we shot is actually really good too. So the barrel still seems like it wants to shoot, even with those terrible Hangfires, so we'll consider it a win. Fire form brass, nice looking group, and we'll see you next time.